It's Monday and I left out of Island Beach State Park. First time I ever went into the park with the kayak. I gotta say it's a little challenging. It's very shallow at areas and there's a defined system of channels there. And if you know them, okay, I had to learn them. And thank goodness and thanks to the guy who was right there at a crucial moment when I was like, hey, where's Snake Ditch? And he pointed me toward it. And if it weren't for that, I wouldn't have had the great day that I had. But anyway, here I am. Casting, I saw some really nice sized fish rising, and I'm heading towards Snake Ditch and ultimately out toward Barnegat Inlet. Not all the way out to the mouth of the inlet, just to the inlet where it flows in past Old Barney. And look how flat it is. If you didn't know better, you'd think I was out there kayaking and fishing on a lake. But this is the back area, the Sedges, going towards Snake Ditch. And again, I put in out of Island Beach State Park, the last kayak put in area. A little hectic there. I thought there'd be a parking area right at the kayak put in takeout, but no, you have to walk like a half a mile, well, maybe a quarter of a mile, to and from your vehicle after you drop off or pick up your kayak. But hey, look, it was beautiful out there, and I decided that even if I didn't catch a fish, it was a pretty perfect day. So I was glad after a 2.5 hour drive that at least I got in the game in terms of not having crazy conditions. And I could see the bottom. Most of this was only about, 2 feet deep or less at spots, unless you're in this one specific channel that I'm in. This is the channel that leads into Snake Ditch. I think they call it Snake Ditch because it winds like a snake from this area of the bay toward the Barnegat Inlet main area and the channel. But here we are, rounding the bend, making the turn, looking into Snake Ditch. This is my first look at it, and already ahead of me I see some ripples. And I really did this wrong, absolutely wrong. I went against the tide on the way going toward the inlet and against the tide on the way coming back, which was really exhausting. But look, you can see it's like a river flowing toward me there. So, when you don't have a powerboat and you're just doing it with human power, little obstacles like this are challenging. They're a learning experience, and they're also a little bit exhausting, but it makes any fish that you might catch even more worthwhile because you really paid your dues to go ahead and hook up. I was trying for some blowfish and then casting for some blues or whatever, but I decided to go ahead and fluke. And look, man, I got right to the area where the Snake Ditch joins Barnegat Inlet, and bam, thump, I got into a little school of fluke, and that was really fun. So I was trolling with that Berkeley Power Grub, as you can see, on a jig head, and man, they were slamming it. It's kind of crazy where I'm at right now because I'm at where the Snake Ditch feeds into the Barnegat Inlet on the north side. I can look over to my right here and I can see the rocks on the jetty, and I can see Old Barney, the lighthouse, over here over my right shoulder. But people are out here clamming, and I was trolling, fluking, and yes, these guys have teeth, so I'm not gonna handle him in them out there, but sweet, sweet. Yeah, baby. Thank you, Mr. Fluke. Here comes Miss Barnegat Light. That is iconic. I feel really comfortable on my kayak. This was my Old Town pedal kayak. I've been out through this inlet, actually out into the ocean on my Malibu 2. So I was enjoying the sights and trolling, and thump! Here comes another fluke. Yes! So yeah, you don't touch these in the mouth because they got teeth. You see the teeth? Luke, yes sir. Right here where the snake ditch goes out into Barnegat Bay, right at the tail end of the inlet. Just a little bit past high tide, and boy, it's been good. Very good.